So no UFC this weekend, but that does not mean that there is no fights at all. The PFL World Championship is this weekend, so I'm just going to break down the full PFL 10 2023 PFL World Championship card. So starting off with the first fight is Jesse Stern versus Josh Bleeden or Bladen. No, I'm sorry, pronounced it really badly. I don't really know much about either guy, but I'm gonna go with Jesse Stern here. He's younger, uh, and he's won a few more. I know that doesn't sound like the greatest reasoning, but I just feel like the PFL want this guy to win. Jesse hasn't even fought since 2021. So I think I feel like this is sort of just a gimme fight that they want Jesse Stern to win this for some reason. I don't really know anything about him, but it seems like the PFL are setting Jesse Stern up here for a win. I could be wrong, but I just feel like that's the plan here. He hasn't lost to horrible guys either. I guess he did. Uh, no, never mind. I was looking at something else. Yeah, my bad. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go with Jesse Stern here. I don't really have much reasoning, to be honest. This isn't outside of this one. I do have picks reasoning for all my other picks, but outside of this one, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna go with Jesse Stern. Then the next fight we have Kai Wu versus Phil Karakappa. I believe this is a give me fight. Well, not a give me fight, but I feel like the PFL are setting Kai Wu up for a win here. And you're probably wondering why. He's 7-4. Why are they doing that? But this is the guy. He's actually teammates with Mark Zuckerberg, uh, the Facebook founder, allegedly. Not the Facebook founder. Apparently stole the idea, but I don't know. That's hearsay. But yeah, they're obviously trying to set him up because he's got that relationship with Mark Zuckerberg. So I don't know. I feel like they're just trying to get him a victory. Help you. I feel like that is a way for him to become like well known. Just being known as Mark Zuckerberg's teammate doesn't sound like the greatest thing, but it will just help people know who he is. And yeah, I think he gets this one done. Phil Karakappa, he doesn't look horrible. He lost his last fight by KO though, which is what I am thinking is a sort of a setup. Like he's coming off a loss, and then before that he got rear naked choked, uh, lost to Ricky Steele on Contender Series in 2019. But he did fight Mike Trezano back in 2015, so that's interesting. I don't know if this is like an easy fight. Like I don't think it is an easy fight, but I feel like they are trying to get Wu a win here. It could backfire though. If I feel like Karakappa seems like a decent fighter looking at his record and everything. Like, but I just have a feeling like the PFL wouldn't have set this fight up if they weren't trying to get Kai Wu a win. So I'm gonna go with Kai Wu here, getting this one done. And I'm gonna say he'll get it done by submission. He does seem to have some really good jiu-jitsu, so I'm gonna take him by submission here. Not super confident on that pick, but I'm gonna go with Kai Wu. Then we have Bubba Jenkins versus Chris Wade, the fucking trilogy. It says two, but I swear they fought 3 times. I swear this is the third fight. Yeah, it is. So yeah, they're 1-1. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna take Bubba Jenkins just because he did win the last time they fought. Uh, and momentum is sort of on his side a bit more than Chris Wade at this point. I know he did lose his last fight by KO, but I don't know. I'm just gonna take Bubba Jenkins. He's got, he won the most recent fight, which wasn't too long ago. So I just think Bubba Jenkins will get this one done. I'm not super confident on it, but I will take Bubba Jenkins. Then we got Biagio Ali Walsh versus Joel Galaza Lopez. I'm gonna take Biagio Ali Walsh. They're trying to set Ali Walsh up here for another win. He does look good with his hands. He does have very good boxing. Obviously, you can't mention Biagio Ali without mentioning he is the grandson of Muhammad Ali. So yeah, they're just trying to build him up, use that Muhammad Ali name value. But yeah, I do think Biagio will get this one done, probably by TKO. You know, Lopez is a grappler, but he's beat a 5-3 opponent, 2-0 opponent, so he doesn't seem like a slouch. But I can just see Biagio giving this guy the hands. But with amateur MMA, upsets can happen. So Lopez probably has a good shot here, but I do just think Biagio will get this one done. I'm being impressed with his hands. I know he isn't beating the best level of competition, but he does have some fucking slick hands on him. So I'm going to take Biagio by TKO. Then we have Jesus Pineda versus Gabriel Alves Braga. I'm going all the way. I'm taking Pineda here. I know Gabriel Alves Braga is 12-0, but I don't really rate a win over Marlon Moraes. I know that they did fight before as well. Pineda and Braga did fight before. Went to a split decision, but that was pre. Oh fuck! What's the word? What was Masvidal's little? This is before he had his awakening. Pineda had his awakening. Went from having one of the worst fights in UFC history against John McDessie to now being on a decent run and KOing Brendan Loughrey and Bubba Jenkins back to back. I like Jesus Pineda to continue his awakening. I know he already lost to Braga, but I do just think he'll probably get it done this time by KO. I'm going to take Jesus Pineda. Then we have Ray Cooper the third versus Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson making his PFL debut. I'm really 50-50 on this fight because this is generally a really hard fight to predict. Obviously, Ray Cooper the third used to be a lightweight. This guy was a lightweight at one point, which is crazy. Now he's fighting at 185 against Derek Brunson, who is a big 185er. Obviously, will be fighting at light heavyweight for the season next year. Yeah, it's an interesting one to pick. I'm gonna go with Ray Cooper the third here, but I'm not confident. I could see Derek Brunson just wet blanketing him a little bit. I know Ray Cooper the third's got decent takedown defense, but he hasn't fought like a middleweight and not a big guy like Derek Brunson. But I will take Ray Cooper the third. I do think Derek Brunson's chin is just shot at this point. I know he went on that whole blonde Brunson fucking the whole blonde Brunson run, but I think Ray Cooper the third will get him in this fight. I think he will catch him. Derek Brunson got chinned by Jared Cannonier, then got chinned by Dricus du Plessis. And I think Ray Cooper the third might chin him too. Then we have Kayla Harrison versus Aspen Ladd. I'm going with Kayla Harrison. Moving on, we have I just think Kayla Harrison will more where. I mean, I don't think it's going to be competitive. Aspen Ladd's not looked the greatest. So yeah, I'm taking Kayla Harrison to get this one done. But anyway, moving on. We have Impa Kasanganay versus John Silveira. I think Impa Kasanganay is looking fucking amazing, which is crazy that he's looking so good as a light heavyweight. Because this guy should not be at light heavyweight, but he's just destroying all these big light heavyweights somehow. And I think that trend is going to continue. I think Impa is going to get this one done against John Silveira. I know he's good. Was very touted when he came into the I was about to say UFC when he came into the PFL, but I just think Impa is a bit better than him, and I think he can KO him. To be honest, Impa is really fucking powerful at light heavyweight, but I'm gonna go decision. I think Impa will get this one done. He has a much better experience, UFC experience, fought the much better opponents in my opinion. Although I guess you could say although I guess Omari Akhmadov is probably better than some of the guys Impa fought, but still, regardless, he did end up losing to Omari anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna take Impa Kasanganay here by decision. Then moving on, we had Magomed Magakirmov versus Saddam Sai. This is an interesting fight. Sai has been on a really good streak. These two have fought before. A lot of these fights are rematches. Magomed beat Sai when they did fight the last time. I know Sai's been on a good streak, but I just think Magomed will probably get this one done again. Then we have Lauricio. Oh, I'll go by decision, by the way, for that fight. Then we have Lauricia Pachicho versus Marina Mokhanatkina. Uh, I mean, Larissa just looks a lot more lesbian, so I'm gonna go with her here. Plus, she did beat Kayla Harrison, so she is fucking. She is a very scary woman. So I'm gonna take her here against the Russian, the very attractive Russian. Yeah, God, I feel like she's gonna get really badly beaten up here. You could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't like this fight for her, man. I don't like it. I think she's gonna get really badly beaten up. Then we have Renanen Fahaya versus Denis Goltsov. Have these two fought before? Don't think they have they? No, they haven't fought before. I'm gonna take Denis Goltsov here. I really like him in this fight. You know, he's looked really good this season. He is just a very powerful guy. Fahaya has been chin before. And, you know, he's already chinned to Fahaya this year. He did chin Caesar Fahaya, so, you know, he's got that bloodlust for the Fahayas. So, yeah, I do think Denis Goltsuyov will get this one done here. He's fucking crazy. He's on a 32. He's won 32 fights. That's crazy. He is very powerful. I do think he'll get Hanan Fahaya out of here. Like, let's not forget, I know Fahaya looks like a beast. He is really good. But, you know, this is the same guy who did get armbarred by Vinicius Mahaya. Like, that is not a good look, in my opinion. I know you can't base just fights on losses, but, like, one of the worst fighters I've ever seen in the UFC was Mahaya. So just, uh, yeah, Vinicius Moreira, one of the worst fighters I've ever seen. So I don't know, just a bad look for Haya there. But yeah, I'm gonna take Dennis. I think he'll KO him. Then moving up, we got the main event. We got Clay Collard, you know, the beast, one of the funnest fighters to watch, versus Oliver Umber Mercier. You know, I know Mercier's been looking good. He's been looking really good. But the way he's talking, he's talking about retirement and all this sort of stuff, and saying this is probably the last he'll fight unless the PFL come to like Toronto, not or Montreal or you know Quebec or wherever he said it was. If they come to Canada, I think in general maybe he said, but still, you know, he's the way he's talking sounds like I don't know. I don't think that hunger is there. I know this isn't the best reason to base a fight on, but I feel like Clay Collard is always hungry. You know, he's got so close so many years to get that $1 million. Now he's finally there. I don't think he's going to let it pass him by. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to really. I think he's just going to batter Aubin Mercier. I know there's a crazy prediction to make. Aubin Mercier's looked great in the PFL since he's come over, but I just think Collard's going to really put a beating on him. You know, with the hands, really good boxer. Takedown defense is solid. I think once he finds that rhythm, he's just really going to badly batter Aubin Mercier here. This is actually a really good card. Like, is really good card for the PFL here. So I am actually really excited for this card. But yeah, I'll definitely give this a watch. You know, I can't. I always have to watch fights when I can find them. But yeah, I am excited for this card, so it should be a good one. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers, cheerio, adios, goodbye, ta, ta-da.